And a good morning, and welcome into In the Know for Thursday, October the 14th, 2021. It's Sam Gormley filling in for MB today. You're on K105 on Litchfield's Country Station 103.9 The Moose via the K105 or WMTL app, watching via K105 Digital Productions. We've got all the different ways for you to join us, and we hope that you are with us here on today's show. Coming up on the show today, we'll update you on your latest local news headlines. There was a dump truck accident in Litchfield. We'll be telling you about that coming up. Cougar football, a time change. Tomorrow night's game is now tonight. We'll let you know all about that. And we've got a list of tweets about helping your kid with math problems. And I felt like that they're my two guest co-hosts today. I mean, there's no two better people than when it comes to helping out with math problems. So we'll bring in our first guest co-host for today. And if I can actually find the intros, I can actually bring this in. And he is from First Baptist Church in Litchfield. You might know him as WD-40, Yukon Cornelius, Freight Train, Chief Culinary Correspondent. What am I missing? Papa Bear, right?
Papa Bear, Fabulous Guy is what normally
Fabulous
calls me.
Guy? Is that right? I haven't heard about that before.
Yeah, it's kind of a new thing.
Dennis Cook is what you might know him as well. And Dennis, I'm hitting you off here early with an important question.
Okay. Thank
How
you.
much do you use your phone in a week?
Well, I get those little updates, you know.
What is your average time?
I don't know.
You don't know? What do you think the average American's time that they spend on their phone is?
A week?
In a week.
In a week. Golly. Let's say 30 hours.
This is an average, in a week, average per day.
Average per day.
I should have been more specific
Oh,
there.
man. 6 hours.
5 hours and 42 minutes. So you're close with 99 pickups of their phone per day. But in a week, they actually spend 39 hours and 54 minutes, which is pretty much a 40-hour work week that they spend on their phone. So are you below or above the average of just under 6 hours?
I hope I'm below, but
hope-
I use my phone a lot, man.
Yeah, it's amazing on how much we've become just reliant on the devices. Bringing in our second guest co-host for today. What is it? He's number 101 on your scanner, but number one in your hearts?
That is correct.
That is correct. He's Grayson County Sheriff Norman Chaffins. We gotta wait here. Gotta hit it, right?
Yes.
You'll hear from me. I know I'm working for the state. I'm the highway patrol.
Morning, Sheriff. How are you?
Good morning.
I know that you and your dog are best friends,
Now,
correct?
why do we always go there?
What? You and
See-
your dog are best friends, right? But I'm going to give you some advice on how to become best friends with your dog. Are you ready?
Sure.
How old is your dog?
I don't know. 2.5, 3
Okay.
years.
Well, the ideal age to train a dog is 6 years old. So that means you only have 3 years until you can properly train it to actually get along with you, correct?
I guess. I guess. Yeah.
Researchers found that the sweet spot for teaching a dog obedience is around the age of 6, when it outgrows its excitable puppy stage, but before it's too set in its ways.
I want to get one thing clear, Sam.
Okay, I'm listening.
My dog's last name is not Chaffins, okay?
It's not?
I am not the dog's daddy, okay? So it's the dog's name is Lacey. She's a little toy Yorkie or whatever you call them.
This computer mouse weighs more than it.
Yeah, she weighs less than, or right at 4 pounds.
4
okay?
pounds?
Yes, but her bark is just, it makes my brain vibrate when she barks, and it hurts.
So does that mean that you would not be as happy if you were this Texas couple that was about to board a flight in Las Vegas, and when they were going to weigh their luggage, they realized that it was about 5 pounds heavier than it was when they left? The reason was because their Chihuahua jumped in it
I saw
and was
that.
burrowed inside, and they luckily said, well, thankfully we caught it now. But a Southwest Airlines worker said that they'll watch the dog until they come back from Vegas.
Oh, my goodness.
And they just said, sure, take it. It's a wild story.
That would have been one of those days I would have hoped my luggage would have got shipped to China or something.
Wow.
I feel like, Dennis, you might agree with this as well, that in the next 6 or 7 weeks, you and Lacey are going to become best friends.
I think so.
I mean,
It's what you want for
anything
Christmas,
can
right?
happen, but I don't see that in the future.
I don't know. I think a man's best friend, right?
Should be.
She's she's my son's best friend, I guess, and my wife. She's just
You
we
two
haven't
don't get along?
We haven't bonded.
Sam-
She comes over and lays in my lap sometimes, and then everything's all good. It's peace, love, and tranquility. And I'll be just in a zone watching TV, and all of a sudden she'll hear a click on the printer or something where it's booting up or something, and that bark, the bark that makes my brain vibrate. It's just I don't know.
Why did you start the show out this way, Sam?
I need counseling.
I mean,
Well, I was giving him advice that he just only has 3 years until he can properly train it.
oh, he's going to train it.
I love animals.
Tonight's could feature a record-breaking low temperature.
That's what I'm talking about.
Something good. If you see, we're going to go change to something positive here, as the warm low temperature of 66 degrees was set back on this date in 2008, but we could only be featuring a low of 68 tonight. Today, going to be mostly cloudy day, but it does look warmer. Temperatures could get up into the 80s here between the lakes, and an isolated shower is possible by tonight. As tomorrow, though, showers and clouds look to ramp up during the day. A surge of thunderstorms along a strong cold front Friday afternoon and evening could be strong to severe, as there's going to be kind of an alert day. Now, tomorrow night's kind of looking a little fuzzy, that it could get kind of nasty. So it's something that I know that they're keeping an eye on. Tomorrow, though, a high around 80 degrees with that chance of thunderstorms throughout the day. So it's something to keep an eye on.
I've got to wash my truck. So I need some days of sunshine, okay?
You know, I don't think you're going to get that this weekend. I think it's supposed to rain. I know tomorrow and on Saturday.
Okay.
But maybe Sunday. Maybe you'll get
All
that on
right.
Sunday.
Put some soap on it. Let the rain wash it off.
You know what?
Right here.
That's an excellent idea.
Yeah, see. Not only am I a math, what's the math special math?
Math whiz?
Yeah, not only am I good.
Special math person.
Yeah, special math person.
I'm glad you're here today.
Dog lover
Yes.
and special math person.
Animal lover.
I think
Animal
your mic's a little too
Animal
high,
lover.
though.
No, I think
Is
we
it
can-
supposed to block the nose?
supposed to block the nose.
The
Oh,
mic?
you're talking. I thought you were saying it's too high on my end. I said no, he's fine.
No, I don't have the levels.
Yeah.
So
yeah. We had a little accident before the show started. Here.
can't see his face.
Yeah.
Really.
You'll never be on our level, Dennis.
I'm glad you're here.
On Wednesday, Governor Andy Beshear announced 2,380 new COVID-19 cases. 685 are 18 years and younger. 26 new deaths raises the death toll to 9,210. 1,365 people are in a hospital, which is up 36 since Tuesday. 398 patients are in ICU. Officials said 275 people were on ventilators, which is up 13 from Tuesday. The positivity rate did continue to drop, 8.0%, which was down from Tuesday's 8.12%. Locally, 98 new COVID-19 cases in Grayson County since Friday. New cases give the county 200 new cases since Tuesday of last week and 4,712 since the beginning of the pandemic. 3 newly COVID-related deaths were also announced by the health department, which raises the confirmed death toll to 80 here in the Commonwealth, 280 here in Grayson County, 214 active cases in the county, which is down from Friday's 230. 10 people are in the hospital, and Josh Embry, public health director, said, quote, some of those people are very sick. The incident rate is at 65.4. So we keep an eye on that. So that's your COVID update. We'll kind of hit through that pretty quick, but numbers, at least statewide, are seeming like they're kind of on that dip. Let's hope that it continues that. Governor Beshear announced Tuesday the Kentucky Rural Hospital Loan Program is making $20 million in low-interest loans available to assist rural hospitals across the state. The funds are designed to help the 1.8 million Kentuckians living in rural areas by maintaining or upgrading hospital facilities, retaining or increasing current staff of the rural hospital, and providing healthcare services not currently available to citizens. Any hospital located within a Kentucky county with a population of less than 50,000 is eligible to apply for the program. To qualify for financing, a rural hospital must request funds to maintain or upgrade the existing facilities, the current staffing, or the services available to rural citizens. Eligible hospitals can receive a loan amount ranging from $25,000 to $1 million per hospital facility with a 1% fixed interest rate. So Owensboro Health Twin Lakes Medical Center would fit in this category. I don't know whether that they are going to jump into this for a rural hospital, but could definitely help. I know that the bill was sponsored by Danny Bentley, a Republican from Russell, and he said that he is a pharmacist and he sees firsthand the daily struggle people go through because of limited access to health care, and he hopes this can be one of the things that can help.
Are these
when it comes to
forgivable loans or?
It's a 1% interest rate as it was created during the 2020 regular assembly. The Cabinet
Probably
for
not.
Economic Development and Kentucky Economic Development Finance Authority will administer the revolving loan fund program. I don't know. It seems like one of those things, though, that a lot of these small hospitals have been strained over these last 18 months. Hopefully this can be something that can help them as it moves forward. Sheriff, I know that you were close to the high school yesterday as the driver of a dump truck escaped injury after the vehicle collided with a train at the intersection of Beaver Dam Road and Quarry Road at approximately 3:45 Wednesday afternoon. It seems like that this could have been a lot worse than it actually was.
Yeah, I was actually the first one there, and of course I had to leave pretty quickly once the city officers got there. But yeah, it was there's never if you tie a train, you lose. It's not like in baseball where the tie goes to the runner, the tie goes to the train in this instance. But fortunately, no one was injured. I think it clipped the back of the truck and spun it around pretty good and made somebody pretty scared. So.
I know it says here that it did clip the rear of the dump truck, spun it off the tracks, and it narrowly missed a small trackside building and a sign pole. It nearly flipped on its side, according to a witness that was at the scene. The driver, police said, did not see the approaching train, although the railroad crossing is equipped with flashing lights. There is no crossbar.
Yeah, hopefully when the bypass comes in, that's going to make that. I think it's going to make that crossing a lot safer.
Good.
When it comes in, I believe. Hopefully, there's a blind. It's very difficult to pull out of there too. And if you make the commitment to pull in to cross the tracks, you have to commit because there's not enough room for a vehicle because the vehicle's coming from both sides of the highway. There's not enough room to pull in and stop. Otherwise, the rear of the truck's going to be in the main road. So that's the problem.
I made that turn because it's right there by our friends at Future Designs.
Yep.
And the new extension office.
Yeah, absolutely. And so that's there's a lot of big trucks, the dump trucks that pull out of there too, and that section crossing needs to be made safer.
So hopefully that when the bypass comes through, that it will
Yes.
go ahead and do that. Kentucky Chief Justice John Minton announced yesterday that he will not run for re-election next year, signaling the end of an era on the state's highest court when his current term concludes. He joined the Supreme Court in 2006, and he said he wanted to give potential candidates ample time to decide whether to enter the campaign in his 14-county district south and west of Louisville. As he first announced his decision to not seek another term on WKU Public Radio in Bowling Green, as they serve 8-year terms, he was appointed to the high court by Ernie Fletcher in the summer of 2006 and won the election to the seat that fall. In 2008, he was selected as Chief Justice. His tenure as a Kentucky judge will reach 30 years in January. He first served as a circuit court judge and then went on to the State Court of Appeals before joining the Supreme Court. Dennis, I have it on good authority that you are running for this seat, correct?
That is actually information that I don't want leaked out yet.
And no one's listening right now, right?
I'm sure.
Are you going to give him an endorsement right now, Sheriff Chaffins?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
There we go. So you have one endorsement. I will not endorse you.
He didn't say what he was endorsing, technically.
True.
Yeah, I didn't.
You did.
I endorse Dennis all the time. It's just not for that position.
Not
Right.
for that position.
And
I don't know that I blame you,
Yes, no kidding.
but congratulations on retirement.
Yeah.
I've
Long
never
career.
met Chief Justice Minton, but
Yeah.
I know he's based in the Bowling Green area, from what I understand. I
believe so.
I know he's a hilltopper through and through.
Okay.
Bluegrass Airport is marking 75th anniversary of commercial air service. As that happened yesterday, they celebrated the anniversary. The first plane that ever left was a 21-passenger Douglas DC-3 owned by Delta Airlines, which departed from what was then Bluegrass Field on its way to Cincinnati. As construction of the facility began in 1941 to support World War II efforts. Prior to that, there were two smaller airports. The first, known as Halley Field, was located just west of the downtown area near what is now the Meadowthorpe subdivision. The second was Glengarry/Cool Meadow, which is located on the property of one of the oldest thoroughbred auction companies. As a couple of fun facts about the Bluegrass Airport, the first flight The first commercial service was a flight from Lexington to Chicago, and it cost $15.70.
Hey,
Wouldn't that be nice?
Now, Dennis, were you on that plane?
I was not on that plane.
Not in 1946. You weren't there for that? No.
The 10-year anniversary though. I was not
You were there
there.
in
I was not there.
1956.
I was not
no,
there.
You're not there either. 10,000 people showed up to watch the Bluegrass Field's terminal dedication and an accompanying air show. Bluegrass Field was mentioned in the 1964 movie Goldfinger, which I'm not sure that I realized that that's what it was mentioning. In 1996, Gail Ray and Bruce Lewis were married in what it would have thought to be the first wedding at the airport, just minutes before they boarded a flight to their honeymoon cruise in the Caribbean. I mean, there is nothing. Is there anything more romantic than
Gail and Bruce? Yeah, that's something.
Getting married in an airport?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then tonight, if you are, well, I guess tomorrow night was supposed to be Grayson County Cougar football against Ohio County. That game, though, has been moved to tonight, as we mentioned earlier in the show. Weather might look a little shaky for tomorrow night. The Cougars, though, will play Ohio County tonight at 7 o'clock. And that game will be broadcast here on K105, or you'll be able to watch it on K105 Digital Productions. Sheriff, I know you've seen quite a bit of this Cougar football team. What have been some of your thoughts?
Well, it's kind of been ups and downs.
It has been.
Man, they come out and they look great on a couple of games, on some games, and I think what a lot of their issues are is if they come out and they stick it to them at the beginning,
they're good.
They're good, but if they come out and they show that they're going to challenge them quite a bit, they kind of get down. They make a bad play, they kind of get down on themselves. So and it takes them a couple of quarters to get back in the groove of things, and sometimes that's too late. So, but I think I think whoever comes out, strong tonight is going to be the winner of this ball game.
And if you're at home looking for something to do tonight, come out to Cougar Stadium. You'll be able to shake Sheriff Chafin's hand, right?
Oh, yeah, I'll be there. I guarantee I'll be there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Dennis is now going to be.
I don't want to go.
Dennis, have you watched? I know you've watched lots of the soccer games. I know you've really enjoyed watching Cougar soccer. But how much of the football have you watched? What have been some of your thoughts on the team this year?
A couple games. I get distracted, though, watching Sheriff Chafin's at the games. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's into it.
I pace a lot, don't I?
He paces just a little bit. His face kind of gets red. But these guys have had a lot to overcome. All athletes in this COVID-19 pandemic, everything's different to them in school and also athletics. So kudos to them, just giving their best, trying to rally up together as a team and play the best they can.
Oh, that's your scanner. I was like, what is that noise? I said, somebody is talking. Oh, it's right into the microphone, too.
My bad.
I don't know. I guess we had another guest co-host there for a second. I was just wondering.
I can
heard
go.
The noise.
That's fine.
Yeah, we're going to make the scanner. Sorry,
okay,
Dennis. Yeah.
Thanks. Have a good one.
We've taken your headphones, and now we're taking your microphone to be the scanner. But I'm excited for tonight. Cougars taking on Ohio County. Cougars need to win if they want to make the playoffs. If they win, they're pretty much in. A lot of crazy stuff would have to happen. Yeah. A lot of math. And I don't really want to have to do math, but if the Cougars win, they're pretty much in tonight.
I think it's going to be a good game.
I think so, too. It should be good. And if you can't make it out to Cougar Stadium, you can watch that game on K105 Digital Productions, as YouTube, Facebook, all the different ways that we have for you to join in. So that locker room show will start at 6:30 tonight. You'll be able to hear from Coach Jones, get his thoughts on the matchup and everything. We'll take a break, come back with a little bit more. We'll have the tweets about helping your kids with math homework. That'll be coming up here next on In the Know.
Attention propane customers. Has your existing provider been hard to reach? Have you had questions that haven't been answered or experienced long wait times and been asked to reply and send emails for customer support? Don't waste any more of your time. Southern States Co-op in Bowling Green will take your call. They will even swap out your existing tank with no charge for removing your current tank. Southern States of Bowling Green is ready to serve your propane needs in Bowling Green and surrounding counties because empty is never an option.
Leggett & Platt has made it easier than ever to join the team and immediately start earning wages with a great company. New hires with Leggett & Platt now start at $16.20 per hour, plus a production incentive. You'll be eligible for a $500 sign-on bonus once you pass the probationary period. A great wage to start, an incentive to work hard, and a sign-on bonus to show you're a worthy member of the team. Apply in person today at Leggett & Platt is an equal opportunity employer.
This Saturday.
Touchdown! Touchdown! Kentucky! I love this team.
Coach Stoops and the Cats battle between the hedges for SEC East supremacy. Georgia Bulldogs and your Kentucky Wildcats.
The Cats on K105 are brought to you by Wilson and Muir Bank. Tune in to Countdown to Kickoff, 12:30 Saturday on K105.
Today, successful small businesses are lean, portable, and focused. If you're running your own business, you need to stay in tune to your customers, vendors, and employees. That doesn't leave much time for processing payroll and reporting, much less the overall performance of your business. The firm of Buckles, Travis, and Hart has a full offering of services for small businesses. Payroll processing, tax liability, unemployment, and financial reporting, just to name a few. Think of them like a built-in business manager, but they don't get sick and they don't ask for time off. Call or contact today to help get your business focused across the board. Buckles, Travis, and Hart, 270-259-5604, GraysonCPAs.com.
If you're a woman over 40, have you had your annual mammogram? Whether you're a mother, wife, sister, mentor, or friend, you're important to so many in your life. At Owensboro Health, we want to help you live a healthy life with the ones you love. Having an annual screening mammogram is one way to take good care of yourself, because you're worth it. Schedule your screening mammogram online at owensborohealth.org/mammogram.
Every year, Kentuckians dump enough stuff on the ground to fill a football stadium 12 stories high. When it rains, all that trash washes down storm drains and directly into our streams, rivers, and lakes. It's time we all did our part to stop polluting Kentucky's waterways. To find out how you can help, visit stormwater.ky.gov. Brought to you by the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet.
Apple is exploring some new health-focused features for its AirPods. Wall Street Journal says the features could include using earbuds to take wearers' temperature, monitor their posture, and improve their hearing. Journal says the functions aren't expected by next year and might never be rolled out, although they do make sense as Apple has increasingly marketed its products on the strength of their health and fitness applications, but most of their attention has been focused on the Apple Watch. U.S. safety regulators want to know why Tesla didn't issue a recall for Autopilot after it became obvious the driver assistance system had a problem seeing parked emergency vehicles. National Highway Traffic Safety Administration is asking the electric car maker for more information about its full self-driving software. Reddit is turning its predictions poll feature into a game. Users compete by guessing the outcome of upcoming events like games or award ceremonies. There's no real money involved, just bragging rights. Tech Report, Larry Olson, NBC.
Bless my heart, bless my soul. Didn't think I'd make it to 22 years old. There must be someone up above.
Today is Dessert Day. It is Lowercase Day. It is World Standards Day, Chocolate-Covered Insects Day, World Sight Day, and it is Bald and Free Day, honoring those with a beautiful, shiny top.
That's what I'm talking about.
It says, though, that this is more to celebrate people who are married to a bald-headed person.
Yeah, I mean, what's not to celebrate? If we can get Sarah to call in real quick and share about how she feels today.
Sheriff, how do you feel about bald people?
Bald people? Uh-huh. Hey, I love bald people.
You do?
Because just like I like people with gray hair.
Uh-huh.
Well, mine's not gray. It's actually platinum.
Is that what they call it now?
Yeah, my wife, she...
Did she put highlights in?
Highlights it gray, yeah.
Is it, well, I know that's kind of the style now. That some of the kids are dyeing their hair gray.
Yeah, they are, and there's a lot of younger people, and it makes.
I haven't gotten to that point quite yet, but
wiser, younger and wiser.
Yeah,
I would say, Sheriff.
That's for bald people too.
Well,
I don't think bald is complete. You're not completely bald.
You do have a little bit left, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, sides and back, no problem.
Sides and back.
Yeah.
On top.
You wear it well, Dennis. You wear it well.
You wear it well.
I actually shaved my head due to an event that we had at church like 3 or 4 years ago.
And it just hasn't grown
back?
And
it just never came back?
Well, I needed to cut this part anyway.
Oh.
So I knew that needed to go. So that was we set a number of cans to raise for the Alliance. And we thought, well, all three of us will do something. we'll throw out a number that they'll never get. Well, they got it and more.
Well,
so
I remember, speaking of that, the last time you were in here, we discussed about eating some hot wings, right?
No, I think it was
charity.
A chip or something.
That's right. Even the one chip.
I remember that.
It's kind of just gone to the wayside. I know.
I'm
Sheriff,
ready. I say bring it. Bring
here
it.
to raise some money for Behind the Badge.
Yes,
That's right.
That's important, and I want to support that fully in our community. I want them to get behind it. I've consulted my physician, and based off of the medical experience and expertise, I think that we have to veto the ghost chip. But my official
Sheriff,
statement is I want to help.
Calling BS on this?
Yes.
Let's see here. I hope this actually works correctly.
Yes. Exactly.
Chicken wings. I see what you're doing there. Chicken wings. That's good.
This is you. This is what I'm.
Chicken wings.
We're also hearing a little bit of that there when you're talking. You know. But yeah, no. I think that we're. I think it should happen.
My heart rate, as it stands, I can't imagine adding a ghost chip to it.
Ghost chip.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll eat 2 to your 1.
Whoa! Oh man! We gonna have Grayson County EMS on standby? So how much do people need to raise then? We need to start planning this and get
just
this
a
to happen
second.
here. Dennis said he'd eat 3.
No, I have not committed fully to this particular challenge, though I'm committing
I'm sure your
to do
church
something.
Would be willing to start pitching in money to help out Behind the
Don't
Badge.
make me jump over the desk and mute your mic.
Let's see you try to jump over the desk and come
Mute
the
his mic. That was.
I'll mute it.
You're mean.
That's right,
As you said one time when you were in here, I'm loud enough to be able to pick up on the other ones.
You are.
I'm very loudmouthed and obnoxious.
Kind of yelling today.
That's what I usually like to do.
What's next?
Well, no, I wasn't gonna just leave this, but it's something that we need to keep in the back of the minds.
We do,
and we need to make it happen because Christmas is, 2 months and 11 days away.
Well, Behind the Badge is not just Shop with the Cop. There's a whole lot of other areas there.
Absolutely.
So
it's not, and there's all kinds of good things, but I'm sure it could be something
so
that
we could do things year round to
So you
help
want to
raise
do
awareness.
a monthly chip challenge?
Not a monthly chip challenge, I don't think, unless it's like Cheetos or Doritos.
Funyuns.
Yo, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I got one. How about sweet corn Pringles?
What?
I'm almost
Sweet
thinking
corn
ghost
Pringles?
chips.
Oh, you missed this.
Actually,
So do you do? Oh, there are some over there if you're willing to try. They're only, 2 years old now?
they taste the same, I'm sure.
They probably do. Sheriff, you know that Dennis is our chief culinary correspondent, correct?
Of course he does.
Yes. Of course.
And he brings in snacks from time. Well, Sarah buys snacks for Dennis to bring in.
Yeah.
And the first one that he ever brought in, actually was the little noodles that are
Yeah,
over
the
there.
little chow mein noodles.
Correct. And it just kind of was one of those things that he brought it in once and then didn't realize that this then gave him a job.
Yes.
The next time he brought in sweet corn Pringles, which was, I think we had talked about it on the show, correct?
You did. Mm-hmm.
And he didn't just buy one can of the sweet corn Pringles for us to try. No, he bought every person in the building their own individual can of sweet corn Pringles.
Were they good?
What's your definition of good?
The best Pringles you've tasted?
No, not even close.
Good for the trash can.
Yes. It was not great.
Oh, it was terrible.
I
think Misty
were really
vomited
not
in
good.
her mouth.
Yeah, they were. I mean, if we're being honest, they tasted like sweet corn. But the whole mindset of sweet corn combining with a Pringle just didn't work.
Not good.
Didn't work. But if
Sorry,
you're willing,
it doesn't sound good.
if you're
Sorry
willing to
about that.
try a 2-year-old one, they're sitting over there on the side. Halloween though is coming up here in about 2.5 weeks. Have you found out your Halloween costume yet? Either one of you?
Yes.
You did.
Yes.
Yukon Cornelius, correct?
No.
No?
It's different this year.
Are you allowed to share, or is this a surprise?
Hold on a second. Can't share.
Can't share. Sheriff,
What?
you dress up for Halloween this year? You got a costume?
I'm dressing up as a sheriff.
As a sheriff.
He said what? He totally
Are you
wasn't
doing-
listening.
I was too.
Sheriff
That was
Barney?
true. I apologize.
Sheriff
That was kind of
Woody?
rude. I was Sheriff Woody last year.
You were Sheriff Woody this year,
Yeah.
so you're going to be Barney or something this
I
year?
don't know. Well, I've been called
Oh.
Barney online quite a bit here lately, and
That's
I'm
not
starting-
nice.
I'm starting to.
I wasn't sure if you were
Why
just
is
going
that
to
not
own it.
nice?
Well, because the way that they're implying
is not a positive.
It's not a positive.
So
Is that-
you've read it too?
Well, read it, wrote it, whatever. Anyway.
No, he didn't.
No, but usually when they say that with the,
No.
the police, it's a derogatory.
It's definitely derogatory.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's I tell people all the time, look, you got to be thick-skinned when you're in this job. And
I bet.
But it's just somebody that's the same people, just constantly.
So does that mean you're not going to be Barney this year for Halloween?
No, I'd like to be Barney. Actually,
Should be.
I'm going to embrace it.
Yes, very passive aggressive.
Here are the top 5 costumes overall this year. Number 5 is Venom, which is the new Spider-Man movie.
Carnage. Yeah.
4 is Carnage.
Oh, okay, yeah.
3 is Britney Spears.
Sure.
2 is a gorilla.
Why not?
And 1 is Squid Game, which I've still yet to see. I need to
say that.
Out of all 5 of those, I would give my eye teeth to see Dennis dress up as Britney Spears. I would eat 5.
No,
I would eat 5
so
ghost chips
if Dennis
dresses up as Britney Spears.
If Dennis wants to wimp out on the chip, what if he dresses as Britney Spears
yes,
as
I'll,
you eat
I'll
the
eat.
chip?
Like I said, I'll eat 1 ghost chip if he dresses up as Britney Spears.
And we raise some money, right? How about that? Will you agree to this portion?
And it has to be a good attempt at being Britney Spears.
Can you do the shaved head, Britney?
We can't form a whole affidavit here about all the restrictions, but
And I have to be there to take pictures.
Oh no!
Okay, that's it.
It'll be streamed live somewhere.
No,
we will make sure of that.
Oops, I did it again.
Heinz knows that you use ketchup as fake blood, so now they're selling their own Halloween makeup kits.
Ooh, scary.
So maybe we can make it a bloody Britney Spears with some of this Halloween
zombie
makeup.
Spears.
Tomato blood costume kit. You can purchase it now at HeinzHalloween.com for $20. And I think, you know what? I think I would just, if I'm going to use fake blood, I'm not going to spend $20 when I can go and get myself just a bottle of ketchup and use that instead.
I agree.
But I saw that. Dennis, you are our chief culinary correspondent, so you have to weigh in on this. Share, feel free to as well. Coffee Mate has new Rice Krispie Treat flavored creamer. So coffee creamer. I know you don't drink coffee.
I don't, but
you could put this in hot chocolate or
I love
anything.
coffee. I'm in.
Would you try this?
Absolutely.
I think this makes sense.
Absolutely.
So you are okay with this?
Yeah.
You are okay with this?
Yeah, I think this is good.
It's
a breakfast food. It's, it may work.
How many calories is it?
It doesn't say.
You don't need to worry about calories.
Yes, I did. I've lost 15 pounds.
You don't.
16.
It's obvious.
32 ounce bottle for $3.99. And it'll be available in January 2022.
Okay. I'll try it.
I mean, it definitely.
I like different types of creamer.
I would drink that before I would drink like a pumpkin spice one.
I'll tell you, I love the smell of certain coffees, though. Joey's a coffee drinker at the
Is he?
office, and some of the coffee smells amazing.
Yeah.
I have here a list of funny tweets about the misery of helping your kids with math homework. Both of you have children that are in Grayson County schools.
Yes.
And I don't know, do either of them come to you for help on math homework, or do they go to Lauren
Grayson,
or Sarah?
Yeah, Grayson comes to me all the
Comes
time.
to you?
Absolutely.
Yeah, he does.
Not.
No, he does. He comes to me. I can't help him, but he does come to
So
me.
you might be able to feel the pain of some of these parents that have
can
listed. So
yes,
these are your funny tweets for the week. At Exploding Unicorn says, my 10-year-old came up to me and asked, can you help with my math homework? I responded, yes. My 10-year-old pointed to the problem, and I just responded, no, I cannot help you. Jesse says, I reassure my kids as I help them with their math homework by telling them I took calculus. So I think I know a thing or two about being completely confused.
Yeah, Exploding Unicorn.
Get to the funny one, Sam.
Yeah.
Jennifer Liza says, I don't scare easily, but I'm petrified when I see my third grader walking towards me with his math homework and an inquisitive look on his face.
Geometry's tough.
Life at Tiffany says, okay, I'm not going to ask how you got there because I won't understand anyway, but the answer book says it's a good job. It's correct, so good job. That's me helping my kid nail it.
I can relate to that a little.
Can you relate to that? Spaced Mom says, my only real argument for having multiple children is that the older one will eventually be able to help the younger one with Common Core math.
No, I heard that. I mean, Gracie was a huge help.
Simon Holland says, I walk into a store and the store clerk says, may I help you? And I respond, I hope so. Squeaky, go get your math homework. This nice woman is going to help us.
Okay.
That mom, though, says, I've decided to let my son only watch TV for 3 more weeks because it'll be better than both of us crying over Common Core math.
Yeah, that's bad stuff.
Let's see here. 10-year-old says, Dad, can you help me with my math homework? I respond by throwing a smoke bomb.
That's a little violent.
Yeah, I think that's unsafe.
It does sound a little bit unsafe. Is that something that the sheriff might have to go visit if a smoke bomb is thrown at his kids?
I'm not saying a smoke bomb is bad. If it doesn't hit him, I mean...
True.
You in your own house, right?
Yeah.
Unfiltered Mama says, just got my butt handed to me by my kids' 2nd grade math homework.
That seems inappropriate.
Well, I let's just say I used a better word than the word that she actually used.
Oh, hiney.
Hi-
Sorry.
I was
Sorry.
thinking derriere.
Yeah, you're right.
Sorry. It was
Buttocks.
French.
Let's see.
I've got French.
And
I speak French.
Nicole Chung
See?
ends with saying, whenever I have to help my kids with their new math worksheets, I end up giving myself pep talks like some kind of Aaron Sorkin character. I actually went to a very good school. Before I give up Google/grade school math tutorials, so that is what gives me and keeps me humble. So do you all relate to these of helping out your kids with the new math and how it is, or are you all experts when it comes to working out these math problems?
Actually, the best way is, and it's very good for a lot of our teachers here, honestly, Grayson will message the teacher and they get back with him right away. That's the way I help him. We hook them up through Zoom or whatever, and she can help through Zoom.
Yeah,
That's
I
what our
always
teacher
say
is.
it's just a simple phrase of daddom.
Daddom?
Go ask your mother.
Go ask her. Good way to put it. Good way to put it. We got to take a break. When we come back, we'll have more some of your celebrity news coming up here on In the Know.
She's a bad mama jamma.
Hear that? Is that America cheering or a sausage patty sizzling to perfection? It's time to cheer for Egg McMuffin and fresh cracked eggs at McDonald's. It's time to wake up to the aroma of freshly baked biscuits and treat yourself to a real honest-to-goodness morning meal. Breakfast, it's on at McDonald's. Choose any breakfast sandwich, buy one, get one free. Available only on the app. Price and participation may vary. McD app download and registration required. Single item at regular price.
For happy Halloween weekends, I'm gonna be a soaring Thunderbird.
I'll be a real bird, the Raven, flying through the woods and over the water.
I'm feeling like a pilgrim on the voyage, going over one of the world's steepest drops.
Huh, guess I'm a mind reader. I already bought our Holiday World tickets.
Wow! Yeah!
Woo! Be whatever you want at Holiday World each weekend through October. Do a corn maze, walk through the Scare B&B, and go trick-or-treating. Get tickets at holidayworld.com.
Core-Mark Kentucky is hosting a job fair for box truck drivers on Saturday from 8 to noon at 1055 Salt River Road in Litchfield. Starting wages for new box truck drivers are $15 hourly, and training will be provided. Work a Monday through Friday schedule and get a $1,000 sign-on bonus. During the job fair, you'll learn more about box trucks and see in person what your new office will look like. That's Saturday from 8 to noon, a job fair seeking box truck drivers at Core-Mark, 1055 Salt River Road in Litchfield.
Plastic-On needs you for second and third shift with up to $16 per hour with your attendance bonus and a $500 sign-on bonus. Plastic-On has special incentives for weekend and part-time opportunities now available. Plastic-On has a long list of weekly incentives and special perks that will make you feel rewarded, valued, and motivated. Apply in person on Commerce Drive in Litchfield or call 270-259-2400. Plastic-On is an equal opportunity employer.
Did you get all the stimulus money for you and your family? Do you have children and didn't know you could receive monthly child tax credit payments? You can claim your monthly child tax credit payments and missing stimulus payments even if you don't file a traditional tax return. Visit ssa.gov/EIP to learn how you can apply online. Get the money your family deserves. Visit ssa.gov/EIP. Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
We're a farm store, a family store, a look what I found store. We're a store made for real people and some real beasts. We're a hey neighbor kind of store and an everyday low price store. We're Rural King, and we're working hard to be your favorite store. Now through October 9th, stop in and get your carving pumpkins 2 for $7 and enjoy cans of Folgers Classic Roast Coffee for $6.99. Stock up today.
K105 Weather is brought to you by Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
Twin Lakes weather.
Highs into the low 80s for this afternoon with a mix of sun and clouds overhead. While the majority of us will be dry later on this evening, for those of you in southern Indiana, you could see a couple of isolated showers and a few thunderstorms as well. For tomorrow, a much better chance of rain in the forecast. From the Wave 3 News Storm Tracking Team, I'm meteorologist Tawana Andrew.
They all started looking real suspicious at him, and he jumped up and said, "Now just wait a minute, Jim. You know he's lying. I've been living here all of my life. I'm a faithful follower of Brother John Birch, and I belong
Did you
to
know
the Antioch Baptist Church.
that the top speed of a chicken at full gallop is 9 miles per hour?
Then he started saying something about the way I was
There you
dressed.
go. That's information I know that one Dennis Cook and Norman Chiefins needed today.
I think I could outrun a chicken.
You think you could?
Oh, I know I could.
Well, aren't you partially chicken for not wanting to eat said
Well, I don't go around calling people names like that, so
Well, I mean-
I don't want to even respond.
Last time I checked, I'm hosting this show, so I can do whatever I want, right?
Well, you're kind of the fill-in of the fill-ins.
Well, but Buckles does the same thing too.
He does.
Yeah, he does.
That's inappropriate.
What?
Calling people names.
Who called a name?
Well, Sam called me chicken.
Well,
because you won't eat a ghost chip.
Now
Hey,
he's calling you a chicken.
this doesn't bother
he-
me.
He has a lot more power than I do.
I think you could outrun a chicken too. Now,
he is a powerful man.
Now,
he is a very powerful man.
I mean, you talk about a pedestal. He's on it. So
What is it? Right up there, Barney Fife, and then him right below.
now
it?
you said
Sheriff
that.
Woody,
I'm not
Barney.
joking about that. I'm saying Andy.
Andy.
Andy
I'm
Griffith?
Andy Quality.
Yeah.
Quality? Oh,
Wow.
Thank you.
That's very nice.
Thank you. I appreciate
So who are
that.
you?
Oh, I'm Otis.
Oh, okay.
I think you could outrun a chicken.
thought you-
Seriously,
you're not Ernest T. Bass?
But are you like me though? Because once you start running, the only way you can stop is if you fall or hit something.
Well, sure. The momentum is what's taking me up to speed right there.
Yeah, that's the way I am. I'm
I'm
fast,
very
but I
f-
just can't stop. Very well.
Did you all see that
running
William Shatner
gracefully.
made history yesterday as the oldest person in space?
Yeah, 90? Is he 90?
90 years old. And I'll tell you, he looks good for 90. He doesn't look like he's 90 years old.
And it sounds good. Like, I would say, 75 maybe?
Yeah, he looks like he's, honest, like 70 years
The
old.
Botox
yeah.
is great for stuff
Uh-huh.
like that.
Yeah.
3 other crew members experienced 4 minutes of weightlessness before the capsule ultimately parachuted and landed safely in the West Texas desert just before 10 a.m. Central Time. If money wasn't an issue and you all had the option to pay to do this,
And it's
would you
not.
do it? Like if you won the lottery and had all the money in the world, would you pay to do this?
Nah.
I don't think I would.
No, I would.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm not going to play the lottery, but I wouldn't do it either way.
So if somebody said that they would pay it for you, you wouldn't do it?
No. I probably wouldn't because there's just I don't. Now I say if it was NASA or something like that, but I just don't trust other people's technology that's not
I
proven.
understand
I
that.
guess
That makes sense.
Yeah, if NASA called Norman and I and asked us to be special correspondents for a mission, I'd say for the good of the world, not just our country, we would have to accept it and move forward.
So does that mean you're joining the Space Force?
If they need us, I can't say that we would say no.
Yeah,
I'm speaking for Norman.
Yeah, he's accurate in that. I think Dennis and I would make a good team as far as now. Yeah, I wouldn't go by myself, but if Dennis went with me as an astronaut and we were like
You'd
dual
be willing?
astronauts,
I feel-
we would
yes.
be.
This sounds like it could
I
be
feel
a movie.
the same way.
Yes.
I feel the same way.
Yeah.
Sounds like it could be a movie.
It goes without saying.
Adele has announced that she will release her new album on November the 19th.
Yep.
30 is what it is going to be called.
Now, she's technically like 32 or 33 now.
Yeah, she says, now to the questions. One, why is it called 30? She said, because per a charming statement she released on Wednesday, she started working on this 3 years ago when she was 30, and her albums are classically correlated to her age at the time of writing.
Yeah.
So 30. I know Mark is very excited for that coming out on November the 19th, and I think most people are.
Yeah, I'm thrilled. She is one of the world's most gifted vocalists.
And And like I've said, my mother's name is Adele is her name as well. And we found Adele before anybody else knew Adele, because my dad was walking through the store one time looking for a Christmas present and just saw an album with Adele and was just like, absolutely, I gotta buy that.
That's cool.
And then she blew up, so it was kind of like, well, you know her before she was famous.
I think we're going to start hearing some of the music soon, because it comes out in October this month, a couple weeks in England. So
okay, I'm excited for it. I'm very excited to hear some of Adele's new stuff. If you're wanting a vacation in North Carolina and you're a fan of Harry Potter, you'll have the opportunity to live out a childhood dream by renting this glorious property that is on Airbnb, as it is a castle that is small and it is themed like Harry Potter. It's kind of cool when you look at it, and it's $360 a night, which is a little pricey, but when you look at it, that seems pretty cool, like a little treehouse there in the woods, and I'm sure it's themed on the inside around Harry Potter. So it seems kind of interesting.
Yeah, that is kind of. Well, Cody took the picture down real quick, and I was trying to see more detail, but it looks kind of interesting. Thank you, sir. How much?
$360 a night.
$360.
We could split that, Dennis.
There you go.
Yeah,
we can
after our astronaut trip, we could go.
That's
stay
right.
in the
and
castle.
your chip challenge can be done there in that.
I'm
house.
with you. I like it. I like it.
Get
I
Back,
love Funyuns,
which is the Peter Jackson's new Beatles docuseries.
Oh,
the trailer was released, and it is going to be on Disney Plus.
saw it.
It's going to premiere November 25th, 26th, and 27th. Did you see the trailer,
I
Dennis?
did, and I mean, I had goosebumps.
So it looks good?
I love any behind-the-scenes info, documentary style, and this is it, paired with the genius of the Beatles. It's going to be an award-winning docuseries. It really is. Norman, what do you think?
I'm excited to see it.
Well, I did watch I watched the Motley Crue documentary.
You did.
Dennis, I can tell you, do not watch that documentary. Please.
Did they do the Smoking in the Boys Room song?
They do a lot of smoking in that movie.
I can't remember.
And there's a lot of people that are smoking in that movie. So
what are they smoking?
I just don't watch
You're
that
saying
documentary.
do not watch it.
Do not watch it.
We got to get to a break. We'll come back, have a little bit more coming up here in the know.
Big fat woman in a disco.
The ability to overcome failure and turn it into something positive is one of the greatest skills children can learn. Defeat will either stop children dead in their tracks, or it will create opportunities for them to discover their potential. That's been true of some of the most successful men and women in history. Like Albert Einstein, his verbal development as a child was so slow and inefficient that his school's headmaster believed Albert would never amount to anything. Thomas Edison was considered too stupid to learn. His teachers told his mother that he was a slow learner who asked too many questions. Winston Churchill was defeated in every election for public office until he became the Prime Minister of England at the age of 62. J.K. Rowling wrote the first Harry Potter book as a struggling single mother on welfare. She was rejected by 12 publishers before selling the book for only $3,500. Every parent wants their children to succeed, but many won't allow them to fail. They don't teach their children that mistakes are stepping stones on the pathway to success. When failure is normalized, children learn to keep their hearts open to new possibilities. They learn to stretch beyond their comfort zone and to strive toward the future with confidence. So, teach your child how to succeed by teaching them how to fail. For more to help you thrive, go to FocusOnTheFamily.com. I'm Jim Daly.
This is Ernie Johnson Jr. Sports is about overcoming obstacles, and college coaches work hard to help young men overcome Duchenne muscular dystrophy. It's called Coach to Cure MD, and you can help. Text the word CURE to 501-501 to donate $25 on your next mobile phone bill, or go online to CoachToCureMD.org. Text the word CURE to 501-501. Help coaches cure MD.
Brought to you by the American Football Coaches Association and Werner Ladder.
Did you know that United Healthcare helps connect you to doctors and therapists with 24/7 access to virtual care?
So I could have therapy from my couch?
Yep.
Or a doctor appointment from my car?
If you wanted to.
Wait, you're right. I don't even like when people see me sing in the car. Couch appointment it is.
Virtual visits are just one of the ways United Healthcare helps connect you to better health. Learn more at uhc.com. Plan benefits may vary.
But we have a truck leaving with a big order on Tuesday.
Tina's floor manager retired, leaving her tortilla factory flat out.
What do you mean she's on a silent retreat?
She must fill the role and all those orders.
She's gonna oversee production.
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Schedule virtual interviews and talk to candidates right from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Never mind, I'll find someone like you. I wish nothing but the best of you.
My point to ponder for today. Dennis, I know you've been following along with Cougar football games, and Sheriff Chaffins gets mentioned every single time the Cougar defense comes away with a turnover because he has to donate $50 to the Cougar football program. So my point to ponder for today is how much money will Sheriff Chaffins have to dole out tonight as the Cougars play Ohio County? Again, that game was supposed to be tomorrow night. It's been moved to tonight at 7 o'clock.
Yes.
So Dennis, you're in Ohio County and through. You went to Ohio County High School, correct?
Yeah, I grew up in Ohio County.
I knew there was something wrong with him.
So who are you cheering for tonight?
I'm cheering for Grayson County.
Good, right
100%.
So how much money will Sheriff Chaffins have to donate
I'm going to
tonight?
go out on a limb here. I'm going to say he has to donate $100.
$100. And that would bring, I think you're at $550 right now.
Okay.
I think that's right.
Oh, is it one big check you got to write?
Well, or
are you making payments?
I will
monthly
say
payments?
this. No, I guess it's going to be one big check now. But the first couple of games, I think I went ahead and donated $150 because I didn't know if they'd rather have it then or just at the end. So I'm going to wait till at the end minus $150.
So I think he's at $550. So you think he's going to have 100 more tonight?
Yeah.
We talked about doing fumbles and interceptions, and Mark actually suggested maybe we should just do fumbles. And I said, no, let's do fumbles and interceptions. And I wish hindsight's 20/20.
I'm waiting for your son to have a game where it's like 3 interceptions.
Yes, that'd be awesome.
Well, it doesn't count if my son gets one, okay?
I think it should count double.
Oh, well, sure.
I think it should count double.
I watch to see Alex work. I want to see his camera footage. I'm not so sure what's happening on the field. I'm just
He'll be rocking on the field tonight.
Yeah.
And I know he's done a really good job. So those that don't know, Alex Cook, Dennis's oldest son, middle kid, right?
Yep.
Okay, got that down.
Yep.
Has been working on our crew, and he's been running our sideline camera.
And I guarantee you he can run faster than the chicken.
I've seen it too.
Yes. He moves during games, and I love it. Because there's some moments in football where it moves quick.
Yeah.
And our Cougar offense likes to run hurry up as well. On TV tonight, the Season 2 premiere on CBS of Be Positive. Never seen this.
Okay.
On the CW, the Season 4 premiere of Legacies. And Sheriff, I know you're going to hit the record button because you're going to miss it tonight. The Season 19 premiere on Bravo of Project Runway.
Oh, did I say that?
Are you a Bachelor fan?
Negative.
And, of course, Cougar football versus Ohio County. 6:30 will be the locker room show. Watch it on K105 Digital Productions. So Project Runway, you both will be able to hit the record button
I'm going
tonight.
to practice.
Yeah.
Oh.
It inspires
me. So does Dennis have to, when he does the Britney Spears
costume? Project Runway. Yes, Dennis, you have to watch Project Runway so you can get the full effect of the Britney Spears costume.
Okay.
He just acknowledged that he's going to do it.
I will watch Project Runway.
Today's highlight in history, as on this date in 1926, Winnie the Pooh made his debut.
Oh.
So it is Winnie the Pooh.
You know why? You do know why Tigger stuck his head in the toilet, right?
I do know why he did.
Because he's looking for Pooh. Yeah. That's my joke of the day, Dennis. Dennis, you know that he look at it. He's not
wanting to laugh, but he knows that he's got it.
Are there other birthdays?
Well, no, we still got more history.
I think that was highly inappropriate. Winnie the Pooh is a classic character of children's literature and TV and movies, and a highly respectable person as well.
On this date in 1944, British and Greek troops recaptured Athens, ending 3 years of occupation by Nazi Germany. On this date in 1964, the youngest person to receive a Nobel Peace Prize received a $54,000 award. That was Martin Luther King Jr. On this date in 1965, Dodger ace Sandy Koufax, working on just 2 days' rest, pitched a 3-hit shutout of the Minnesota Twins, and the Dodgers won the World Series over the Twins. On this date in 1977, Bing Crosby passed away. He had a fatal heart attack at the age of 73. On this date in 1984, George Sparky Anderson's Detroit Tigers walloped the Padres 8-4 in the Motor City, and Anderson became the first baseball manager to win 100 games and a World Series in both leagues. On this date in 1990, Leonard Bernstein died at the age of 72, West Side Story. And on this date in 2003, do you know what happened on this date in 2003? Oh, look at the picture there. Steve Bartman happened on this date in 2003. Sheriff, I'm sure you know all about this.
Who?
Steve Bartman. He's a name that lives in Chicago Cubs lore.
Okay.
Never heard of him.
Moises Alou was part of the problem here.
And Alex Gonzalez, right?
Yes, but Steve got the raw end of a deal. He was just a fan.
In all seriousness, what happened to him was horrible.
It was horrible. There's like 2 or 3 documentaries on this, and I've seen them all, and it's terrible.
How long is this going to take, Dennis? So you can continue.
Sheriff, what happened is this is the 5 outs from their first World Series berth in 58 years. The Chicago Cubs saw their luck change when Steve Bartman was a fan, and he was listening to the game in his headphones, and the Marlins hit a foul ball that could have been caught by Moises Alou, but he reached over to try and make a play.
I think I saw that.
You think you saw that?
Yeah.
And
is he the one who had to be escorted out of the stadium?
Correct.
Yes.
And he had not been able to show his face in Chicago because fans blamed him.
He was a true fan. He was listening on the radio like he did every game. Like he loved the
What
Cubs.
fan would not have done that in that situation?
Absolutely.
It's just kind of one of those things.
Did he still have the ball?
No, he didn't catch it. I don't think he caught it because you can kind of see there that he didn't catch it. Moises Alou kind of threw a little bit of a hissy fit on the field.
Interference. That was part of the problem, and the players should have just.
And then I think the next play wasn't it a ground ball to the shortstop that the shortstop booted.
Booted at that point.
And then the Marlins won. The Marlins ended up winning the World Series, I believe.
I think so, with Craig Counsell, right? Wasn't he a player on that?
Miguel
Marlins?
Cabrera, I think, was as well.
Can we talk about the Twins? I know there are a lot of fans out there who love the Minnesota Twins.
I had to throw that little shot in there. On this date in 2005, Daniel Craig was chosen as the 6th James Bond.
And this is it for him now.
It is. Either one of you Bond fans?
Mm-hmm.
I've
seen every. Oh yes, and I'll probably wait till it comes out on TV. But I've seen every Bond movie.
So do you like Daniel Craig as Bond?
I like Daniel Craig as Bond. My favorite is still Sean Connery.
Sean Connery?
Yes.
Can you do a Sean Connery voice?
No.
No?
Please.
Birthdays for today. Turning 80 is Jerry Glanville, football coach. Turning 57 is Joe Girardi. Turning 43 is Usher. No, Dennis is a huge Usher fan.
Mm-hmm.
And turning 27 is Jared Goff, the quarterback for the Detroit Lions, and it's sad that he's going to have to lose on Sunday. Gone but not forgotten. Born on this date in 1644, William Penn, the founder of Pennsylvania. On this date in 1890, Dwight Eisenhower was born. On this date in 1894, E.E. Cummings, the poet. On this date in 1910, John Wooden. And on this date in 1927, Sir Roger Moore, another James Bond mention there.
And he was one of my favorites, too.
How about a chart topper? We're kind of running a little bit short on time, but
because Dennis has been talking a lot.
It is. That's usually how it happens.
Oh, I love this one.
1951, 70 years ago today. Tony Bennett was number 1 with Because of You, and Tony Bennett just released a new album with Lady Gaga at the age of 95.
He has Alzheimer's, but he's still singing and creating music.
I haven't heard any of the Lady Gaga. Have you heard it, Dennis?
No.
With him?
No.
He has what? He has what?
Alzheimer's?
Alzheimer's?
Isn't that what it's called?
Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's.
No, isn't that kind of how you say it?
You said Alzheimer's.
Isn't that not how you say
no,
it?
No, it's not Alzheimer's.
Can't you phrase it that way?
No,
I don't think so.
I don't know how to say it.
Alzheimer's.
Alzheimer's? Alzheimer's.
On this date in 1969, the Archies were number 1 with Sugar Sugar.
Sorry about that.
Well, you can't say that you didn't learn anything.
I have this on my playlist on my phone.
Is it?
Yes, I love that song.
Good, that's good.
What a song from
You've sung twice today, and both times have been excellent. And we'll talk to you after the show about something.
In 1978, Nick Gilder was number 1 with Hot Child in the City.
I have this one on my playlist too. Yes, sir.
I think there's probably a good chance you might have this next one in there as well.
Oh, yeah.
Little White Snake, Here I
Little
Go
White
Again on
Snake.
this date in 1987. I know Misty somewhere is banging her head, one of her favorites.
There
She
you
loves
go.
White Snake. Great song.
Yes.
Great song.
There you go.
Do you have confirmation from someone?
No, I was just saying Hot Child in the City.
Hot Child in the
I
City.
got it
Right
on my
there.
song.
We'll jump up to 2005 now. Maybe not one that's on your iPod. Green Day, Wake Me Up When September Ends was number 1 in this state in 2005.
I like that song. That's not on my phone.
Did you see the article about this a couple of days ago?
I think I missed that.
It's about when his dad died. He wrote this about when his dad died, and it's
Really?
become a meme. And it's kind of like insulting to him because it's a
sad song.
It's a heartfelt lyric about his dad's death, but they've made it into a seasonal meme type thing.
That makes sense. I mean, when I heard it, I didn't know really what the song was about. And then on this date, 7 years ago today, T Swift is number 1. Shake It Off. It's not a bad song whatsoever.
No, we love it.
Big fans.
Kind of pumps us up before going out to the football field to watch the Cougs. So.
Is that what you two meet in the parking lot, tailgate a little bit, and listen to Taylor Swift and run in?
I've actually not been invited to be with him outside of K105, but if we
Do
ever
you think
were,
that might be a way something he's trying to tell you?
No,
No?
I just think he's busy. He's a hard worker, Sam. I don't know what you're trying to imply, but he's busy.
I mean, I can't deny that. I know there's no one that works. There's no Grayson County Sheriff that works harder than you.
I think that was inappropriate, Sam.
Yeah, I saw the I heard the sarcasm in that.
No, that was genuine. You
That's
work
like
very
Sarah's
hard.
dad saying I'm his favorite son-in-law, and I'm the only one. That's
You're the one that made it that way.
Yeah, Dennis, you really didn't have to say that either because he may have been sincere, and now you're.
I don't think he was. I'm a good
being
judge
very
at sincerity.
I was being very sincere.
Now you're
when I said
lying.
that.
Because
No,
you had this
if
huge
I would
grin.
I would have the nose going out there if I was lying.
I'm the only one in here that appreciates what you do.
Oh, thanks, Dennis.
How about a pearl of wisdom to wrap up the show?
I'm with you.
No one ever made a difference by being like everyone else.
See?
No one made a
about it.
difference by being like everyone else. Dennis and Sheriff Chaffins, I appreciate both of you for coming in. I have to talk to him
He
in the
laughed.
affirmative. No, it's because I have to talk to you,
You
in the
noticed
affirmative.
that?
While
I did
you're
notice
just, I can't call you
All-time
passive
high
or
on views today. I'm
It is.
calling it.
Is that what it is?
By the end of the day.
That wraps up our show for today. I appreciate you both coming in. We'll be back here tomorrow
Let's get out
for
of here,
another
Nolan.
edition.
Yeah, let's go.
The Carol of the Bells will be here talking about the Twin Lakes band contest that'll be coming up. That'll be tomorrow. So until then, for Dennis Cook and for Sheriff Norman Chaffins, I'm Uncle Sam Gormley. And guess what? Now you're in the know.
Powering through the Twin Lakes with the best mix of music, news, weather, and fun. If